Now, there are alternatives to resolving disputes about a grievance that both union and non-union organizations can consider and can use. And of course, we talked about mediation. Again, a mediator is someone who helps to facilitate in a conflict situation, helps to reduce the emotions, to organize arguments, and to basically try and increase the flow of communication and good faith arguments to reach a resolution. Now, the transformation or collaborative mediation focuses more on process, trying to help the parties involved to discover their own interests and where those interests may overlap with the other side. Of course, another style of mediation is a bit more evaluative, where they don't offer specific solutions, but help each side to gauge the strengths and weaknesses of their arguments. So in the evaluative mediation, there's a little bit more feedback that the mediator is giving to the validity of the arguments, versus in the transformational mediation, it really is focusing mainly just on process. Now, organizations, again, may want to have other alternative dispute resolution techniques to reduce grievances or to discourage the organizing of a union in a non-union shop. So the open door policy is a very common approach to this, and this is a way of encouraging employees to communicate up in the organization and to have a safe place to talk about the concerns that they have about work. Another approach is having an ombudsperson. This is a person who represents employees as their advocate when they are resolving problems. And so it's this neutral person within the organization who is there as a helper to help with people who have concerns about how they're being treated in the organization. And this person then represents those concerns to help to resolve the conflict. Some organizations use peer review systems where when a person has a conflict, they set up a committee of people who are peers of that person, and since they are in a position of knowledge of the job and the organizational setting, and that they're at the same level, they can in a way resolve that problem. It's kind of like a jury of your peers. And again, we can use mediation to give feedback, and this early neutral evaluation is a way of giving an outside perspective to both management and the union about, okay, from an outsider's perspective, I'm looking at your arguments and I think these are good arguments, I think these are bad arguments. By giving that neutral third party, we may give some attraction to resolving and coming to an agreement rather than having agreement imposed.